Dan kita akan mengupdate bagaimana kondisi di Tel Aviv. Joining us, CNN International Correspondent from Tel Aviv, Israel, Rafael Romo. Rafael, a massive surprise attack in Israel by Hamas has quickly escalated into the most intense conflict in decades. So, how's the current situation right now in Israel?
Hi, Tiffany. Yes, the atrocities committed by Hamas militants are continuing to emerge today as Israel Defense Forces continue to pound the enemy's positions. According to IDF, there are 1,200 people dead as a result of the terrorist attacks. On Tuesday, soldiers found the bodies of Israeli residents and Palestinian attackers lay outside burnt-out homes in the Israeli kibbutz of Kfar Aza. As we have reported, Hamas sent waves of heavily armed fighters pouring across the border from Gaza and rampaging through rural communities. Israel said it found 1,500 bodies of militants in the aftermath of the assault. The Israel Defense Forces told CNN that women, children, and even toddlers and elderly were brutally butchered in an ISIS kind of way. The response by Israel has been forceful, to say the least. The country's armed forces are hammering Gaza with airstrikes, hitting hundreds of targets, reducing neighborhoods to rubble, and killing at least 950 people. This is already creating a humanitarian crisis in Gaza, where hundreds of thousands of people have been displaced. Many have been cut off from food and electricity. Power supply to the enclave will stop within hours, as Hamas-controlled government warned after Israel's defense minister said he has released all restraints on troops. Meanwhile, President Biden last night described the Hamas attack as an act of sheer evil. In a televised address from the White House, he confirmed that 14 Americans were killed while others were held captive. As of now, Tiffany, up to 150 hostages are believed to be held in Gaza, according to an Israeli official. Now back to you.
Rafael, humanitarian crisis is swiftly unfolding in Gaza. Israeli soldiers pound Gaza with airstrikes, many cut off from food supplies and also electricity. So, will Israeli government open the blockade for humanitarian aid?
Yeah, and that is something that the UN has said it is concerned about, the fact that there are hundreds of thousands of residents in Gaza that have no access to water, power, and not even food in many cases. So yes, you are correct. That is a humanitarian crisis, which is compounded by the fact that many of the bridges connecting Gaza to Israel, to Egypt, to other places have been blown out by airstrikes in the last 24 hours. So there's a lot of concern, not only by the UN, but also by regional leaders about what is going to happen to those people in Gaza within the next few hours and days.
Thank you, Rafael Romo, CNN International Correspondent, joining us from Tel Aviv, Israel.